Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am here with a beautiful bolt of fusing that I got through Walmart.com. I ended up paying $10.18 for 15 yards of this fusing. It is 20 inches wide. That's an excellent price. It is now at $13 and change, but that is still a very good price, and you can have it shipped to Walmart to your store, so you don't pay any shipping. You just go pick it up. I am going to link down below in the description box, also in the comments. You can go check it out. Maybe the price went back down. Sometimes it does that. Do remember that I am recording this in January of 2018, so if you're watching this in the future, this deal probably does not exist anymore. But I want to put it out there in case you want to grab some. What I'm going to be doing today is showing you how you can cut some squares of fusing and use this as a foundation for some crazy quilt blocks. There's all kinds of things we can do with this, and I will be doing more. Today we're just going to be doing wonky strips, and I've done something similar. I have another video, or I think maybe a whole series. I'll link down below to that also. But that one was raw edge. We're not going to do raw edge today because I know some of you don't like the looks of raw edge. And this way you don't have to do zigzag if you don't want. You can do just straight stitch. But it is a good project to use, decorative stitching if you want. So we're going to get started. I went with 6.5 inch squares. You can, take the width into consideration. It's 20 wide. You could get 4 5-inch squares out of the width, so you would just cut a piece 5 inches this way and then 5 inches this way. When you're done though, you will want to trim your blocks, so your finished block would be a little bit smaller than 5. You could do 2 gigantic 10-inch blocks. You do whatever you want. So I have my little handy dandy small ironing board so I can iron. I had to make a cover for this baby, don't you think? This is like yuck yuck. All right. You take your square and you want the rough side up. That's the glue part, and you want that facing up. I'm going to build going across. You could actually start with a strip of fabric in the center and go out each way, but let's just go across. I kind of like the looks of that better. Take any strip of fabric that you have. Just lay it down. It can be crooked or not. You just want to make sure you've got all the glue covered so you don't mess up your iron. Now this is overlapping. It's going off the edge, I should say. That's fine. We'll trim it after. The next thing you want to do is take any piece of fabric that you have. I just like to trim it so I don't have to deal with the whole piece. Let me just move this down a little bit. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to just fold down one edge and I'm going to press it. Doesn't have to be very wide. If you want your strip to be more narrow, I suggest you press the edge while your strip is wide, because it just makes it easier to fold an edge down than if you have a little narrow strip. And then you can cut your strip after the fact. So now I'm just going to lay this down on top of this one any way I want. So let's go like that. And this is what I said. I can cut this any way I want. Let's make it like a little bit more narrow this way. Make sure you're cutting just the fabric. So there. You're just going to continue building like that. And I have some that I've already pressed. Let me see, where are they? Let's do a brown like this. How about a pink like that? Or do I want to stick another gold in there? Because I think I'm going to have gold twice or 3 times. Let's do a pink. Let's see. Let's do it like that. Well, I want a little bit more of it to show on the bottom. Another piece of brown. Or, no, I think I want this. Ooh, I like that. I just pressed various edges. And you can do that too. You can just take time and just press a bunch of strips. And let's finish with this guy. So all you do is press one edge. The edges underneath can be raw. And now I'm just going to press this all down and let the glue stick. You don't need to like go all like that. You just kind of put the iron down, let it do its thing. The reason we want a foundation is when you're top stitching, if you just put two pieces of fabric together like this and you go under the machine, it's not stable and it's very hard to do. But this is going to add stability and it makes it very easy to top stitch. And it gives it a nice clean look with the folded edge. And that should be, well, you saw me doing this now. That's because it's stuck down. See? I'm not going to trim this yet. We're just going to the machine now. I'll see you there. And all we're going to do is stitch on the folded edge of each piece. That's it. Like I said, this is a great time to use your decorative stitches. This is nice and stable. It's going to work really well. Or you can do zigzag if you want. You certainly can use a colorful thread or any of those fancy threads that are out there, the variegated thread, things like that. I just have my cream color, so it's not really going to show. But if you want to add some pop with the thread, you're more than welcome to do that too. So I tend to like to sew with my edge, like I don't want my edge to the left. I like my edge to the right, so I'm turning this and I'm just going to sew with a straight stitch all the way down. Voila! And you can sew, you know, fairly close to the edge if you want. You don't have to, because you saw that I did fold that in probably at least 1/4 of an inch. Next one is the brown. And I'm just going to continue. And in this case, I am going to turn it because I like to have the bulk of my fabric under my left hand, so I can sew this way too. Now sometimes when you iron your little hem, when you press it, sometimes it'll curve. You can even like kind of stretch your fabric a little bit to curve, and I like that because it makes it more wonky, so I just followed the curve. Now let's go trim this baby. Before I trim this, I like to press it one more time just to relax all the stitching. Then I just turn it over, and at this point you can trim it to your size that you want. But what I'm going to just do, I'm just going to follow the fusing and just trim around it. And I did a terrible job of trimming around it. And this is, oops, I missed one. Okay, let me go sew that. I'll be right back. So you can see the finished block. I'm trying to show you the stitching and how neat it looks with the non-raw edges. It does make it a little bit more sturdy, but it's certainly still okay for a quilt, but it really is awesome for something more rugged like a tote bag. So I hope you like this process. Give it a try and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!